Hey guys, it's me, Delta1, here with AspecAirsoft, and today I'm reviewing the RK-01WS, which is just a Dboys AK-74u, which is the full steel model. I'm very excited. I'm even wearing the proper t-shirt. It says, "Say Goodbye," my favorite t-shirt. Anyways, let's review the box. It's extremely boring and plain and boring. Nothing special here. So let's see what it'll look like when you open up the box and see what's inside. So when you open it up, this is what it'll look like. It's very nicely packaged and tight in there. It's nice, nothing moving around. So let's see what your gun will come with. So when you open up the box and you take everything out of it, this is what it'll come with. It'll come with a really crappy trickle charger that these things have been known to burn your house down. They also have been known to just take a retarded amount of energy and just make your electric bill go up through the roof. So I really recommend getting a smart charger. Don't use these. A 9.6 battery, which is awesome instead of an 8.4. Really crappy bag of BBs. Don't use these. They're not high quality. They're really bad. Buy some TSDs. Don't use these. A cleaning and dejamming rod. For once in your life, you can actually use the sling that the gun came with. I'm actually going to show you real quick that this sling is actually high quality. The mount on the sling right here is actually made of a high quality metal of some sort, and is actually, you can actually use this as a 1-point. I don't know how to properly use this sling, but it's some Russian sling that they use. I know there's some people who are going to correct me on this, but this is an actual good sling. You can use this. It's good. I'm really impressed. This is actually one of the coolest things that came with this gun is the sling. So, guys, you can use this sling. It's awesome. A Dboys manual that's full of just bad Chinglish. So, just keep this just in case you have to figure something out, or just keep it just in case. Then it comes with a 500 round high cap mag. And then the gun itself. So let's talk about some of the features behind this wonderful rifle. Now for the metal and polymer components behind the Dboys 74u. This plastic flash hider right here, which if it was a VFC, which this is cloned off of, it would be metal, but this is plastic and then molds into a metal flash hider. And the pistol grip, which has got that Romanian texture feeling on it, which is really cool. Makes it feel like a real AK. Now, everything else on this gun is metal. And when I say that, the only thing that isn't steel is the outer barrel assembly, which is aluminum. Now, I have a magnet right here, so I could show you, which is steel. Stock. Top cover, sights, bolt, move that down so I can show you. That's steel, receiver, that is steel. See if I can attach to the trigger. I can't get it attached to the trigger. Magazine lip is steel, front sight, that is steel, a flash hider. And on the other side, you have the rail mount, which is steel, and everything else is steel. This is one reason why I like Dboys, because the bodies are steel, and if you do hardcore modifications, like some people that I know who actually weld stuff onto their bodies, this is awesome. So, I just think Dboys has outdone themselves on this. So, I could go on forever talking about Dboys and how awesome their bodies are, but I don't think y'all want to see this review go on too long. So, now you have the selector switch. It's a nice firm clicking place. Stays in place. That's where you want it to be. They also kind of fixed the ping sound. It's a lot harder for it to like wobble around, but it's still, you still have that. It's kind of a con. It's kind of lame, but I mean, it's nothing some tape can't fix. Now the stock does fold. Press the button, and it's not very easy, and it's a very sturdy stock. I mean, it's not coming undone. So you press the button really hard. It's a very nice firm click. You hear it click into place. You know, it's not coming undone. Stock is going to stay in there very nice and tight. So that's fine. So you don't need to worry about the stock at all. Now moving on to the front of the gun. You have your handguards. Now, they are removable by pushing this, and they come up like that. I don't want to take it off for the sake of the review because I don't want to lose any parts. Push it down, it goes back on. Now, the battery is put into here. They are stick batteries. I do not like stick batteries, but stick batteries go in here. Can house up to a 12-volt battery, I believe, which is ridiculous. I don't know why you'd want to run a 12-volt when you can just buy a 11-1 LiPo. This is not LiPo ready. Do not recommend it. They do have the car fuses, which is great because they're a lot more tolerant, in my opinion. So you don't have to worry about blowing a fuse during the middle of a game, and the bolt design is like CFC, so they're not a pain to put in. So, yeah. Now, 14mm counterclockwise with a thread adapter for 74 flash hiders like this. Have that. Real wood handguards, which are laminated. Great. Which means this is the full steel model. Love this. It's full steel. Other side, you have stamped right here for serial numbers, just like a VFC. This is basically made out of the old VFC molds, which is fantastic. I love VFC, and this is just a VFC. So if you can't get or do not want to pay the money for a VFC 74u, go buy this. Now, the sights, they do have the apertures with the Russian markings on it, which are right here, which I will zoom in on right now. So here are the sights. They flip up, and there's the other sights. They are marked with the orange so you can see them better. So that's just the sights. Also, scope mount for scopes. It's there. But you cannot use a scope mount and have it folded. It's kind of lame, but I mean, why would you want to scope when the stock's folded? Because you're going for precision. So, yeah. Also, on that note, you cannot have the stock folded with a drum magazine. Darn it. Reason being, I think it'd be fun for a CQB game to wield these with drum mags, just to make everyone angry. And then everyone call you Call of Duty noob. Just to be fun and stupid. Sling mounts, I forgot to mention, are right here and on the left side of the gun. This one is semi-trustworthy, and the one on the front is trustworthy. So, just thought I'd throw that out there, guys. Now for the internal reports. You have version 3, which is my favorite gearbox. Short type motor, 7mm bushings, which are really kind of weird. It's like 2 bushings, but not really a bearing. It's like 2 bushings inside of each other. And then you have metal gears. You have a polycarb piston, which has got the last tooth removed, which is really awesome. And then you have a polycarb piston head, which has actually really good, decent porting in it. It's actually like, it's a complete copy of the VFC aluminum piston, but just polycarb. A polycarb cylinder head, and then it's just a really overall decent gearbox for a Chinese clone. I was really impressed. Dboys has outdone themselves. Now, their hop-up unit is not metal. It is a plastic. It's not as good as some of the clone hop-up units I've seen. If I was to do one upgrade to this gun, I would do a hop-up upgrade. But other than that, the barrel length is almost 300 millimeters. It's about I think it's 273, I believe. Don't quote me on it. Overall, this gun is fantastic, and for what you're paying for. It's a full steel gun, great externals, and decent internals. So what you're paying for is just a gun that is durable and will last. So that pretty much concludes the internal ports. Now for my personal opinion. I love AKs, and you all know that. I'm not going to ramble on about it for about 20 minutes like I would, or would like to. But I love this gun. I would buy one of these if I had the money right now, and I personally think this is awesome because it's a VFC clone, and I love the way these things disassemble versus a TM design. Because literally all you have to do to disassemble this, push this pin out, take this screw out, undo this if I haven't said already, take this out, take two screws out for the hop-up unit, slide the receiver off, pull out your inner barrel, and then your gearbox comes out. If you have a TM design, you have to take this stupid little plastic thing out and pull it out, and then you have to pull out your gearbox, take this out, and all this other stuff. And it's a pain to get really thick gauge wiring in here. I like this because it's full steel, and I think this is fantastic, and I would buy this if I I personally think this is a really good alternative to a VFC, plus you have all the extra money to upgrade. So I personally think this is great, and I love it, besides the fact that the hop-up, you may need to upgrade a little bit here and there, but to be honest, if you're looking for a VFC, you don't need to look any further, because all you have to do is this and a few other minor things like a new hop-up unit, and you're good to go. Other than that, this thing shoots fine out of the box. I mean, and the fact that it kind of shoots around a little over the CQB limit, like in the 400 area, I believe. So you'll see in the chrono video. But this is just awesome, guys, and I think it's great. So let's go to the final conclusion. Final conclusion. Full steel, laminated wood, a VFC clone. It's great. It's awesome. Small hop-up. I would get a new hop-up unit. You got a V3 gearbox. It's great. Full steel. It's awesome. I love it. You get that. You get the sling that comes with it, and a 9.6 battery, which is always useful. 11.96. It's great. I think this is great. If I was to get a 74u, I would get this. To be honest, I think this is quite frankly one of the best 74us on the market. So if you're looking to buy this, there's a link to AspecAirsoft, link in the description, where you can buy this gun. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this review, and thanks for watching.